For exercise 5-13, we're actually creating an isometric view of this particular assignment. So the first thing I want to do is set myself up to work in isometric. So on the Snap and Grid tab, I'm going to set that up to be isometric. On the polar tracking, we're going to change the angle to 30, track using all polar angle settings. With those settings made, this should be pretty straightforward as far as how it's going to be accomplished. I'm going to start with the line that represents the right-hand side, which is 60 long. Once I have that line, I'm going to draw a line from the midpoint straight up, representing the overall height of 51. And then I'll bring that line down on both sides. What this gives me is the actual shape of the profile that we're going to be working with for the entire object here. So now I'm going to draw a line along my 30 degrees, and I'm going to make this 15, and that is going to give me a place where I can place this line segment as well. That's going to represent that top groove. Now I'm also going to draw a line right over top of that one that's going to be a total of 50. Having that line that's a total of 50 is going to give me the other side as well. So I'm going to copy this line from here over 50. This is going to start to establish the front face of this particular object. Now I can come in here, and this is also in 15, so I just put another line over top of that line at 15. And I'm going to copy both of these from here to that other endpoint. This line in the middle goes away because there is a groove there. Now I can show the line that cuts the depth of 22, and that line is going to be projected out to here and extended back to that piece right there. Now I can eliminate this line, draw the line that represents the bottom of that cut, and I no longer need these two lines. I can go back and trim this piece here out and draw the line that represents the back side of that groove. So here I have the top of my block. Next I want to come in here and I want to draw my line straight up 20, and we're just going to project that out to right there. I'm going to draw another line up 10 and project that straight to here. I can go ahead and erase these two height lines and extend these lines all the way back. I'm also going to project these lines all the way across. By projecting these lines all the way across, it lets me know where they go over here as well. So now on this side I can draw a line in 8. So we'll draw a line 8 right there, and just draw another line right here that is also 8. Now I have two endpoints that I can select for placing that groove. Now I'm going to erase these two lines. Even though it gets rid of it over here, I still have the reference for those 2 points. Having the references still intact is going to be probably the most important piece, because now I can just come in here and copy this line to here and here and draw my line that connects the two. Now, to get rid of the things that I know don't belong are those two lines right there. That is by far and away one of the hardest parts of this exercise. Now I need a line projected 30 degrees that goes back to there, but also connects with this piece. Now I need this angle in here to show that's an angled cut on the back side. So all I'm going to do is copy this line to here and then trim it out. So there you can see the two grooves in the side and the groove in the top. The next thing that I've got to do is I've got to place this ellipse that's going to be in here. And the ellipse has a radius of 18, which means it's going to be 7 in from each side. So we'll come over here 7, and we'll come over here 7. That's where the start and the end point of my ellipse are going to be. Now this next portion here is going to be the trickiest. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line in here that I can use for the midpoint. The height of this is 18, so I'm going to come up 18 and I'm going to project that back along 30 degrees. Now I can copy the angle of the face to that midpoint. That intersection that's created is where the whole of 18 is going to intersect. So when I do my ellipse, I pick this point, and then that intersection. I can now get rid of all of the construction geometry in that area and trim this out, going back in and adding my last line. And that's how you complete the isometric for exercise 5-13.